What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Please like this episode and subscribe for more coverage on all your WWE news. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 6 of Wrestling Talk Show's Creative Conversation, guys. Episode number 6. And today, huge news going around, guys, on WWE rumors on CM Punk. This was going to be the episode for the weekend, and I wanted to save it for today, guys, for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an awesome episode. Without further ado, don't forget to please like me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at the Talk Show 101. I'll leave that in the description for you below. And don't be afraid. Go please follow me. Go please like me on my Facebook page as well, guys. Until then, link will be in the description for you below. Let's get into the WWE news. Articles in the description for you guys below. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, supporting the show, liking everything, guys. You guys are awesome people. Now, WWE rumors on CM Punk may never fight in UFC and heading back to WWE. When CM Punk parted ways with WWE, it was kind of expected that he would never return to a promotion again. He headed over to UFC and decided to take his chances in the world of mixed martial arts while leaving professional wrestling behind. Things haven't been going quite like he expected them to go. You guys all know he had to get surgery, back surgery. He was supposed to have his first fight, but the fight didn't happen and the fight didn't take place because he had to get back surgery. You know? And everybody was expected to see that fight, but due to back, his injury, he had to get back surgery. Now, the fight in the octagon may never happen, but would actually head back to WWE, head back to Vince McMahon and the WWE. In December 2014, Daniel Bryan announced that CM Punk had signed with UFC and he was looking forward to his first fight. Training had started, but his first bout was actually scheduled to be in the summer of 2015. That was last year. And summer begins around June 21st. It's the first day of summer. That's when summer starts. Now, however, injuries ended up delaying that match. Now, it's almost been a year after that, and he still hasn't had his first fight. What Culture reported a few months ago that Punk would fight Mickey Gall at the event sometime this summer, and it was thought he could be UFC 199 in June or UFC 200 in July of this year. Now, that the fight may never happen, and CM Punk could possibly never fight in UFC at all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if he's not going to fight in UFC at all, and things may happen, then this whole thing was pointless. I understand that CM Punk gave it a chance, he gave it a shot. I get that. But, his profession and anything he does was wrestling. Wrestling was his passion. That's what he was good at. CM Punk was talented. He was good in the mic, heel, babyface, WWE champion. He was with the new Nexus he did. He was with the Straight Edge Society. He was a WWE champion. He was with Paul Heyman. CM Punk was awesome on the mic, man. He never held back. And I kind of figured, in my opinion, that this was going to happen, that this was going to go down, that we want to see that, that CM Punk was not going to fight in UFC because he wasn't progressing. He was working hard, but he wasn't progressing. Now, how can you tell me that he is working hard, but he's progressing? That makes no sense at all. When you're working hard, you're progressing at the same time. That, to me, makes sense, okay? But the thing going on with CM Punk, I would want to see CM Punk go back to the WWE, because that's his passion. That's what he's good at, is wrestling. That's what he's good at. The whole thing with Cole Cabana on YouTube, the thing with CM Punk, and the whole conversation went down, that, he couldn't get days off, and he wanted days off. The whole thing when he got married with AJ Lee, stuff like that. It all blew up and went out of proportion, and I like CM Punk. Now, Meltzer goes on to say if that Punk doesn't win his UFC fight, he may seriously sit back and rethink his decision to be an MMA fighter. It's really a bad loss. Then CM Punk may decide to step away from the sport entirely and do something else with his career, like get away from WWE as well. Now, for Punk to walk away from UFC would mean giving in to all the doubt, intention, and qualifications to succeed outside of WWE. He doesn't want to keep going into the sport where he has no chance to ever really doing much of anything. Would he actually go back to WWE? In December 2014, Vince McMahon appeared on the Steve Austin Show to talk about a number of topics, and that included CM Punk. McMahon actually apologized to Punk for firing him from WWE on his wedding day. How can you fire CM Punk on his wedding day? The guy was getting married, and he didn't deserve to get fired. And said that it ended up being on just a coincidence. McMahon said that the legal department and talent relations aren't always on the same page, which they're supposed to be. You always got to be on the same page. It's very important. If you're not on the same page, things aren't 50-50. Things are scattered everywhere like scattered dominoes. When things are scattered everywhere and you can't put the picture back together. Now, he said that he hoped WWE and Punk could work together again one day. Like I said, CM Punk always was straight up honest. I mean, look at the pipe bomb that CM Punk did, okay? And he wore the Stone Cold shirt when he did that pipe bomb. Remember John Cena was in the ring, laying there while Punk was doing that pipe bomb promo? Just phenomenal. But everything he said about WWE was true. So, I really don't think he'll go back to WWE. But if he goes back to WWE, there's a lot of people he can fight, like Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. Now it certainly appears that if he would be welcome, CM Punk back and work into him in the storylines. CM Punk wanted to go back to WWE is another thing entirely. Maybe he doesn't want to go back to WWE. They may not want to do, even if the UFC venture doesn't work out at all, which I don't think it's going to work, What was the point of CM Punk going to UFC? I did support him, I was like, this is me cool, but I know it's not going to work because that's not his passion. That's not what he loves. He loves the WWE. That's what his passion is. That's what he loves. Now, would be cool if he did a return and he joined Shane McMahon's side because it's supposed to be a War Games going on, bringing back the War Games, and CM Punk could be part of Shane's team. That'd be something interesting, CM Punk was really hoping to move on in his life and leave WWE in the past, and I respect that, He wanted to try something new, and that's okay. His new career was to go inside the octagon, and he has hoped to move forward with Dana White and UFC, but that doesn't look like it's going anywhere that he really planned. If he never has a fight in UFC, or if he loses his first one badly, there's no doubt that returning to WWE could be something that at least ends up crossing his mind, which I think it's gonna. I think it will cross his mind that, the people want me back, people are pissed that you left, and, people still chant CM Punk all the time, So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this episode, and please share this everywhere, this episode of number 6. Until then, guys, make sure you guys check out my WWE 2K17 news coming tomorrow. It won't be tonight. I apologize. It will be tomorrow's news. Until then, I'll see you on the next show. Subscribe.